exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Are you afraid of the dark? Are you scared? I can see you from behind. You can hear me in your mind. Run so fast as you can go. Time will catch you before you know. Are you afraid of the dark? Are you scared? You know, I am you. I'm coming closer. I will catch you. The time it goes tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Are you afraid of the dark?
Testing, testing. 1 2 1 1 2 1 2. Testing. Okay, that seems to be working fine. All right. Welcome to the stream, guys. I'm just gonna get started in about 2 minutes. I'm gonna get things ready. Let's get these things ready before we set out. Okay. What's up, boys? Says welcome, buddy. Happy New Year to everyone. Yes, my New Year just started. So I just completely disregarded the first week. This is my first week, so let's do this. Glad to be back. It's been a while, man. It seemed like eternity, to be honest. And actually, to be honest, it has been an eternity since I've actually streamed. What was the last time I streamed? What, mid December, something like that? Yeah. So proper month, a month of break from streaming, pretty much from day trading as well. I'm not gonna lie, only about swing trading I've been active with, but day trading wise, whew, it's been a while. It's been a while, but hey, we're back. We're back fresh, feel good. Yeah, last week as well, I wanted to come down for day trading as well as streaming, but last week, as you know, guys, I wasn't really that well. Just, you know, the winter times, man. Winter times doesn't suit me at all. How's everybody doing? Oasis James, what's up? How you doing, buddy? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're ready for this grind in January. Awesome, awesome. Good. That's good to know. Are you trading this week, James? Oh, nice, man. Well done. Is that the New Year's resolution? Is that something that's been happening in the new year, or is it going on for a while? Going vegan. That's a good choice, man. I salute you, but I couldn't do it. Awesome, great. And are we gonna stick to the plan? Are we gonna carry on with the routine and the setups and the game plan? Yeah, well, you wanted to take a break, a month to clean up. Yeah, I mean that's a great way to do it, man. Who knows? After a month, you might decide to get much more cleaner. So you might go for another few months. Breakouts. You want to trade the breakouts? Well, let's see how it goes, James. Let's not divert away from the main sort of discussion here. Change it here and there without even noticing the difference or without even getting any data off of it. So, you do need the Uzi scanner. Oh shit, I forgot, didn't I? Yeah, I've got to find it. Let me have a look. Let me have a look, see. Give me a minute, guys. I need to grab my phone. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. to find it probably on my other. Breakouts are okay, but if you're comfortable with it, but you've got to. It's kind of difficult though, because a lot of fake breakouts are happening. And see, with the breakouts, let me tell you something about breakouts, James. It's either breakouts or none at all for your style. So if you're going to be taking breakouts, you got to be able to stick to it all the time. Here's why I say that. Most of the time, fake breakouts happen. You're going to have maybe a small loser. But the time that it's going to break out, that's when you're going to give up on it. That's usually the case. Breakouts can be really, really good, but you have to stick with it. And if you stick with it for 6 months of only pure breakout setup, pure breakouts, then you will start to see things. You will start to filter out the bad breakouts, the fake outs. You will start to see some sort of a pattern that happens over the tape and also over the price action that will make it much, much more filtered out. But it's a long journey ahead, and you just got to be sticking to only that style. So you can always add it to your arsenal. You can always add it to it. And there's always going to be things that's going to be taken out of your game plan that's going to be put back in. So it's just you got to test them out. Let's do what we talked about for 2 weeks at least, and get in 2 weeks hopefully we'll get about 20 trades. If we can, if not, then maybe 3 weeks. Let's get that at least minimum 20 trades in. And that might not be such a good thing to say, because when I say let's get at least 20 trades, you could do it in one day. But I don't want you to be thinking like that. But I just want you to be thinking trade the normal way you would, but with the updated rules and setups. And I'm trying to find the Uzi. It's not 2 stocks. Remember, it's 4 stocks, right? 2 stocks for the main setup. And also 2 stocks, basically 4 overall, right? 4 max. So you should have, 4 stocks, 2 for the PBAW and 2 for Uzi, basically. And all you need for Uzi is actually 1. You don't need 2. And remember, it's like it's just like taking it easy, sitting back, and this is also practicing your discipline more than anything. This is gonna really help you in the long run if you stick to this kind of rule. I know to begin with, we really want to try everything. We want to just hit the buttons as much as we can. Knowing even if it's not working, we want to do that. I know, I've been there lots of times. But I wasn't lucky enough to have someone telling me, look, you can't do that. Let's just sit back a bit. Let's just, lean back and see the things from the overall perspective, what's happening, So if you give yourself a habit of fixing things before it's too late, then that's when you're going to make it. And anybody who's listening to a stream or recording as well, you wanna progress somewhere fast in any part of your life, business, trading, in sports even. You wanna make sure that you find something that's not working, something that's hurting your progress, and you want to fix it as fast as possible. Now, that might mean you sacrifice few things that you like. Of course, everything has sacrifice. You want to progress, there's sacrifice written all over it, right? Without sacrifice, there's no progress, right? So just like, for example, if you're struggling with the trading, and you want to progress, find what's stopping you from progressing further, right? Find your weakness, find what you're struggling at, and trying to fix it as soon as possible. Work on it as if it's part of your basically lifestyle. You've got to do it. Be obsessed about it, and that's when you're gonna start to. And this becomes a habit, then you don't need me. You don't need anyone. Although I would like you to need me, but hey, just give me a minute. Also, having two stocks, let's say you are supposed to have only minimum two stocks, right, for the PBAW, right? Now, what that will give you is being very choosy or being very selective, and that's not a bad habit to actually have. You don't really need 10 stocks to trade. You only need one or two, and if you can trade the stocks in play, if as long as that stock is in play, you will have setups on it, you will have opportunities on it. Even if you don't, do you really need to trade every day? There are days I haven't traded while waiting for setups, and I have quite a lot of setups. Imagine me having, like, let's say, how many trades, setups? At least 5 setups, right? Big, massive theses, right? And all of those 5s will have 2-3 variations to it. I'm not trading for the whole day. That requires a lot of time in the markets, right? Otherwise, it's just going to be all over the place. Yeah, let's do that. Let's stick to it, for sure. And then okay, where is it? Yeah, football wasn't good. Yeah, it kind of was a bit distracting, but then again, it was the times where we weren't really getting a lot from the market anyways. Um, James, I couldn't find it at this point, so later I'll look for it after trading. I'll find it within this week. There's a lot of files to go through. Since I've been using Thinkorswim, I actually didn't need to have that. That's probably why I might have misplaced it or something. But I'll definitely find it. Yeah, for the Uzi scanner. Anyways, so let's get down to business. Basically, we are looking at. Yeah, you can't have it, buddy. Thinkorswim is the best. Trading View also is really good if you're willing to for charting. Trading View. Basically, what you can do from trading from Thinkorswim, if you have anything from Thinkorswim, you can actually transfer it over to Trading View. There are a lot of communities that help you do that. Like it takes like few minutes for them to do it. That could be the solution. That could be it. I'm not gonna say anything. Anyways, SPY. Let's talk about SPY, guys. You can see the charts, yeah? And also, can you confirm the stream is doing okay? Seems like the color is a bit off. It's all white. I'm not this white. Maybe this is better. I don't know. Anyways, so let's go through the SPY. So as you know, guys, we are in this range. We're basically since December 21, so end of the year 2021, right? A year or two ago, right? That'll be a year ago we started to drift down from 480s, right? There's a lot of, obviously there was a lot of reasons behind why it happened, but every time it dropped some about 10% or so, it will bounce, and it will start to do that. But in the medium term, creating a nice little downtrend, a much rather big rather slow downtrend, I would say. It's not like what SPY usually does, which is a really stable uptrend or a stable downtrend. When it is on in recession, you will see those or very sharp actually downtrends. But this wasn't like that. This one was a very slow downtrend. So when it comes to trend lines, I've created this trend line just to give you an idea of the slope of the trend. It doesn't necessarily mean, you know, every time it's gonna go there, it's gonna actually reverse from it. There's a lot of ways you can use trend lines. You can use it for the reversals. In this case, it would have been really nice on this third and then fourth and fifth reversal areas. So that would have worked out, yes, but I don't use it that way. I use it pretty much the opposite of it. So what I need to do is wait for this to actually take this trend line out, and if it starts to trade above it, then I'll consider this to be this whole trend to be broken. Until then, it is still valid. This whole slow downtrend, or I would say a choppy price action, is still in the books for SPY, for the market, unless it takes out that. Ideally, I would like it to take out that 410 level. Is been a really big level, as you can see. 410 levels had huge respect around these areas, around 409, 50s, 410s. Huge rejection came in from there. Bounces came in from there as well, as you can see. Big bounces came from there. So that's how you start to see what the SR levels are working and being respected on the daily chart. Anyway, so what is the plan with the SPY, if you ask me? Well, right now I'm gonna be creating some levels on it, and I want to make sure that I watch it and I'm not biased. I can't say that it's going to go up. I can't say that it's going to go down. If anything, if you were to put a gun in my head and say, well, choose, then I would probably say we might see a second day continuation, right? We might see some move towards that 400 levels, or attempt to go towards that 400 levels, which we're already seeing from the pre-market gap. What's up, Snicker? Snicker too tight. Welcome, buddy. How you doing? You've been busy, huh? Anywho, let's carry on with our reviews. Yeah, I'm not biased, 50-50. If it starts to actually hold its gains as a gap and it doesn't attempt to go for the gap fill, then I will consider longing things like Apple. I'll see what the relative strength is on those, but the big names should be related to SPY. All right. Now, at what point I will switch to shorts. Well, to be honest, the fact that last day, which would be Friday, closed up this strong, I kind of needed to be going way below than VWAP, right? VWAP could be over and under. So this is also a big level here, which is yesterday's high. This area here could be an area to watch, a good area to watch. And then I have another level 386, sorry, that's 386.30s, which is way here. This also could be a level 386 around this area here. So it's quite a long way to go before it starts to, we can say that, oh, this is actually carrying on downward momentum. We might be seeing some sort of a bounce coming in. Now, if we start to see this bounce happen, guess what, guys? We're gonna have a like a big, massive head and shoulder reversal pattern happening right about there. But it's gonna take a while, guys. It might not happen this week or today. As long as this low 375 is done, don't get penetrated and broken, violated. What am I saying? As long as that low doesn't get taken out, 375, I will still consider a bounce to be coming in on SPY. So that's what I think. So let's see what we do. I'll start to put some levels on that. I'm just going to quickly remove whatever I had from last week or so. They were pretty much all swings anyways. What the... Why is it coming back? I'm deleting it and coming back. What's happening? Anyways, let's see. MEGL, ATNF, GSON. Okay. Alright, guys. Just give me a sec. What the hell? MEGL, ATNF. Those are low volume anyways. No. Okay, up 3%. A Marvel. LUV, 10 million. I don't see anything good on the scanners. We do have RIG, which I was watching for swing. Unfortunately, I couldn't take it. MEGL is there. RIG and DCP. Okay. TEVA, TEVA, FCX. FCX, TEVA, maybe TEVA. Okay. What is next? Paradays, ATNF, which we have taken into consideration. And we've got, I don't think I can see anything on short squeeze. A red parabolic. HKD. Well, HKD is going to be difficult, guys. HKD is going to be difficult. Huya. Huya. What's the volume on it? Very bad. Volume is very low. And maybe we'll look at down. XPEV is down. Fate. IQ is down. Okay. SKT laser. Okay. I think I've got what I need. Not a lot of stocks, to be honest. I think it's going to be only 4 or 5 stocks on the main watch. And then the gappers. Amongst the gappers we have, let's have a look at the gappers. This probably looks like acquisition. It's pretty much acquisition written all over it. Yeah, it's got to be acquisition. Yeah, there you go. That's AstraZeneca announced that it will acquire the company for $26 per share. So that's pretty much done. You can't expect anything from it. It's already gapped up to that level, anyways. AMYT. This is also acquisition, right? It will acquire. Acquire. Acquisition. So without even looking at the news, you can figure out what that gap is about if it's very specific. This one also looks like one, but it's kind of a bit different, but it does definitely look like acquisition. Yeah, there you go. There's a lot of acquisitions happening today. Gaps happening because of the acquisition news. DCD. That's pretty much it. Voyager? Voyager is the only gapper that I see, but it's already fading off. So, and the volume is kind of okay for pre-market, to be honest. But I'm just gonna put an alert around 10s. If it does come back later on, we'll be alerted for it. Although I doubt that it will do much because the rejection came in from that 8. But then today's gapping up. It could have something. Anyways, I'll put a marker for 10 on this VYGR. VYGR. Let's put that on the list. VYGR. And we've got KRON. I'll get back to the questions or anything you're typing. I'm not checking the chat at the moment. Just looking for gappers. Cron, not really. Low priced, plus the gap is not very, there's no volume. CVAC. CVAX looks interesting, honestly. It's like a dead cat bounce, and then we have a continuation as a gap up. What is the minus 58, minus 22? So it's improving. Earnings are improving every minus 85, minus 50. So this company minus 98. Minus 85, minus 58. So it's actually improving its earnings every quarter. Is actually bringing better earnings. So that could be something good. This could potentially be a reversal for a while. So 1030 is gapping up to around this area here. Why is it gapping up? It's probably an upgrade of some sort. Yeah, it seems like it's an upgrade. But if you have any news on this one, CVAC, let me know. We'll keep CVAC, yeah. Okay. CVAC. Dawn and Paya. Dawn. Gapped up quite a bit from 21s all the way to 34s, 33s, and then back down to 26 now trading. So it's quite volatile. We could keep an eye on it. The daily looks kind of interesting. It's gone over. Yeah, it's reached these levels here, which is quite strong. If we see that, we might see some sort of a rejection on these. Oh, actually, it's right on that. It's right on that. And we might see another one here. So overall, we are at the level. We have a lot of overhead resistance on this one, and I believe we might see fading off coming in on for the gap fill on this one. So Is it worth it? Probably not, because it's already faded off from 33s all the way to 26s. How much is it going to fade? It depends. We can keep it, but I'm not feeling good about this. Paya. Paya is an acquisition, right? Yeah, there you go. There you go, acquisition. And you might be wondering, why is an acquisition? How do you know without even looking at the news? I just look at the gap. Look at this gap, right? It trades like this, and then all of a sudden, a 2 or 3 bar candle, and then it completely stops trading. As in, it just basically stays in a very extremely tight range, right? We're talking cents, right? Look at this. Does this thing, right? This is where all the fast money is, right? And they get their news way before you. They'll get their news probably a day before you. So this is where the big money is. Like they're already there, and then it's done, right? Or look at this Paya and look at the other acquisitions, which were. Let me have a look quickly. Look at that. Okay, do you see the resemblance on the price action, on the gap? Pretty much the same thing. Look at this, right? So this is how I know. This is how I know. Okay, gaps up and then dead, right? Like heart rate monitor. There's no heart rate here, right? It's dead. That's how you know. Look, elbow as well, pretty similar. This got a bit of a life, but still is dead to me. You're dead to me, elbow. I don't like looking at you. DCT, pretty much the same thing, dead. So you get the idea, right? I mean, I'm trying to give you some hint there. Now, the difference between the gapper, look, this is a gapper without acquisition. Look at the price action, right? There's life. There's something happening here. On the other ones, no life. So that's how I know this is an acquisition. When acquisition happens, the stock just dies basically. At that level where where the company is going to buy at. Say for example, somebody's buying stock A at 30, price of 30. It's just going to go to that price, and it's just not going to do anything until everything is settled. That company either decides to keep it public or just take it off, right? That's why it stays at that level 30, because nobody knows. Anyways, let's go ahead with the, sorry, I wasn't checking the chat, but now I am. I just woke up. Okay, you just woke up. Well, get some coffee, buddy. Looking like a good reversal. Netflix looking like a good reversal. We'll look at Netflix. If we can retest on that support, then it's for sure going up. Is it for sure going up? Oh, you're talking like CNBC analysts now. Anyways, let's look at our man's Netflix. Netflix. Forgot to stick ticker. So let's Snicker. This might be something good for you, but it's 9:07. I don't want to go too much into detail of this thing, but Netflix has been really beaten down lately. The main trend for Netflix is clearly down, right? You can see from here all the way to there. It's huge. We're talking 700s all the way to 200s. There might have been, has there been a reverse split on it? I might be wrong on it, but it looks, yeah. So I mean, this bounce, slow bounce, could be a pullback for the main move down, but these kind of sort of patterns at the bottom usually create some sort of a reversal pattern anyways. So this could be a reversal. And when it comes to daily, medium term or short term, it's an uptrend, right? Because we are seeing, as you can see, 20, 50, 200 EMAs trading over that. So that's also a sign that it is basically uptrending short term. Long term is still in a downtrend, right? Now, zooming into the stock, I don't see anything that's going to give me an edge on it. I have no edge whatsoever on it. And if I don't see any edge when it comes to daily, then I just leave it alone usually. But now, if you like to trade Netflix or if you've seen something on it, then watch it with SPY. All right? Is there... All right, okay, so now let me just go to my setting. So MEGL goes from 2.3 to 3.4. It's done. It's done. MEGL is done. ATNF is also one of those that moved from 4.6s all the way to 6s and then back down. It actually started from 2, so it's done quite a bit of a move. Why did it move? Reverse split. Split, sorry. Split 20 to 1, 1 to 20 or whatever. So yeah. Yeah, SPY is basically the overall market. Yeah, SPY is an ETF for S&P 500. 500 most successful and worthy companies to be put in that basket in the US. So basically 500 top companies in the US makes us the market, which is S&P 500. That's what I rely on. A lot of people go for Dow Jones, which I don't understand. It's only a number of stocks. But for me, S&P has always been the market. And the ETF, Exchange Traded Fund for S&P 500, has been always SPY, SPY. So yeah, watch SPY. If you're gonna trade anything large cap, big names, Netflixes, your Nvidias, AMDs, your Apples and Teslas, all that jazz, you must watch SPY with it. If SPY is tanking, never ever go long on the big names. Never. If SPY is starting to drop, we're talking big drops, right? Not small little drops here and there. That's just a chop, right? No, we're talking, which we've seen last few weeks ago, which SPY started to drop from the trend line that we were talking about, which is here, right? You see this rejection came in, second day, third day, fourth day, continues. You are going to buy anything large cap on those days, you're pretty much going to be screwed. And I will give you an example why I say that. Look at this. This was on the 13th of December, this rejection from 410, okay? Apple, your strong stock, right? Where did it reject from and when? 12-13. How many days of rejection? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Exactly the same days as SPY did. All right. AMD. I didn't even look at these. Just remember, I didn't even look at these, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be similar. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Right? Tesla is already in a downtrend. Tesla is already in trouble, but 12th of 13, where is it? 12th of 13, here. This big red here, same as SPY. 1, 2, and then a little bit of a blip there, 3, 4, 5. So yeah. Tesla, to be honest, hasn't been respecting SPY at all. It's been much weaker than SPY lately. But there's got to be a bottom coming into Tesla as well. Just wait for that. Tesla could be a good opportunity, by the way, this year. It's already faded off enough to get rid of all the pessimists who were saying Tesla is so overpriced, which I agreed with at one point. But I think if we see a strong reversals coming into Tesla, might be a really good, decent opportunities for long term on it. Yeah. So you get the idea, Snicker. I give you examples all day long. Big names is gonna do like Microsoft 1, 2, 3, 4 days, I think, right? No, sorry, from here 1, 2, 3, 4. All of them same thing. Anywho, anyboo. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Kathy Aunt. Definitely, she's been a lot of hedge funds have been, I believe. But I think they're gonna. It's just they do it cleverly though. They have like a massive zone. Like they have a massive zone whereby they're gonna sort of slowly build up to it, and then just as it starts to confirm everything, it will start to they will start to load up properly on it. So just basically in simpler terms, scaling in is what they would do. Okay, so Doku is not gonna be there. Get rid of Doku, TNF, DCP. What is DCP doing there? What? That's an acquisition, is it? Yeah, that's an acquisition. As you can see, gaps up and then dead. That's an acquisition. Don't know why I have it on my wrist. Or RIG, rig. RIG is in one of my swing ideas. Unfortunately, I missed it. I believe I was supposed to take it this day, and then it probably would have taken me out, and I might have taken it on this day. So yeah, it's gone now. Can't do much with it. Teva is only the one that I am kind of interested. Is gapping up. 11s is gapping up to this area here. 11s. So yeah, Teva is only one. Okay. All right. So here's the thing. Let's have a look at the HKD, and then we'll make up our mind. HKD. This has been running, guys. For the last. It's been 10 was the gap, and then it goes up to 15, 16s, and all the way through huge gains, right? From 10 all the way to 40 is the first gap day. So huge. But we are seeing that rejection coming in. So now this is on my list of stocks to short. If I can. Might be expensive though. A lot of things, range, volume, and if that stock is actually doing and where is that stock at the bigger picture? For example, when I said to you longer term downtrend, longer term, medium term, short term, I want to figure out where that stock is. Now, the criteria for me to put anything on my watch list is only one thing. Is this stock, if I trade it, going to have enough range and liquidity to give me for my risk of 1 hour, is it possible that it can give me 5 hour minimum? And if the answer is yes, that's where it's going to go to my watch list, basically, because it answers my main question. Is it gonna move? Is it gonna be in play? Yes, it is. Then I'm gonna put it on my watch list. Now, there's a lot of things obviously behind that. You will learn it slowly. I probably won't be able to explain it in one go, but a lot of things like daily charts, support and resistance, the trend, the way the market, the way that it has moved recently, the way it has moved before, the volume, a lot of things, but just takes time. But overall, generally, I need to ask myself, what is this stock going to do for me? Is it going to produce some decent opportunities? If the answer is yes, then yep, it goes on my watch list, like HKD will. All right. Let's look at IQ. Is also one that I wanted to look at earlier. IQ is also a really good one. The only thing is the volume is a bit kind of, for a $6 stock, we are seeing 20 million volume, which is not so good. I mean, it could be way better than this. But look at this, though. Beautiful, beautiful moves on Friday. I think it might have already done its move. Just completely. Even for this day, I'm going to put it, but I don't think it's going to have that liquidity for me to be excited about. Today, as you might have noticed, about my watch list, I'm not really excited about any of these. I'm going to check the gappers in a minute, but any of the main watch list, I don't see anything. I'm not going to lie. I don't see anything. So it's just a question of whether I'm going to be disciplined enough to not trade, or VOIGR, not too crazy about it. That's why I put the alert that if it does go up to 10s, then I'm interested, maybe for longs. Even if it starts to reject from there, then there's a better opportunity for shorts as well. Because right now it's in the middle of nowhere. I need it to be at certain levels. So VYGR, I'm going to keep it. And CVAC also is a gapper, but its daily is interesting. This daily is quite strong. This is probably one of those stocks that might have a continuation. So maybe we want to be careful shorting this. But if it does give us an opportunity, I don't mind taking it. So I'm going to keep that. There is a possible. Now with this one, as you can see, it's gapped up from 8 all the way to 10s, right? So if it does go for gap fill, let's say gap fills, right? There's a huge potential here, right? There's a move is huge. The potential for it to go. Now, even if it does do the opposite, which is to climb up and start trading higher, even then we have huge room. We don't have any resistance on the daily unless we go all the way to maybe 1146, 1246s. So both sides have huge potentials for it to go down. At this point, it wants to stay weak, bringing in a lot of volume. Look at the tape, all red. So this showing right now a bit of weakness. So we'll see. ADCT. Why do I have this? It's probably my son. I should not have that on my list. FDX. FDX recently had I believe, earnings reported this day, I believe, and then it just started to climb over it. So it's a really good opportunity. On Friday was a beautiful opportunity. We missed it. 183 break, which would have been somewhere here. Even here would have been fine with the stop at the... Yeah, so we missed it completely. So there's no point in chasing this one. FTX is gone out of our hands. Lays. And why do I have that? Again, my son. I'm going to blame my son. NKE. This is my swing. I'm going to remove it from the gappers. It's gapping every single day. Guys, you know what? I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stocks, including the gappers, for my watch list, which is very rare. I mean, out of those 4 main stocks, which is HKD, IQ, Teva, and DCP, I'm not interested in any of those unless they really sort of they're very juicy setups, right? Like for example, HKD daily is not so great. It's in the middle of nowhere. Like it's gapped up, it's done its move, and it's right in the middle of this whole parabolic move. Although I would like to short it, yes, I'm short biased on it, but it could easily sort of run for it as well. So not the best looking, but among the others, this is probably the better looking. And IQ, again, IQ is relatively strong, but the volume, though, for a $5 stock, 20 million volume is just nothing. And TEVA is gapping up to a level. This is also nice. I think this is a better looking out of the watch list. I'm sorry to say, earlier I was saying I don't see anything, but I think we might be seeing some opportunities on this one, TEVA. And also I was gonna say to Oasis, if you were supposed to put one stock, which you are, 1 or 2, I think Teva will be one of them. Because once we have that PBAW setup on this, the potential for it is huge. Just keep that in mind. All right, Teva is also on my watch list for sure. Teva and IQ looks good. And why do I have DCP? I don't know. Just losing my mind. So again, 5, dude, I'm not gonna even post this thing, guys. This is so small, the watch list today. And that's pretty normal for a Monday, guys, especially over the Januaries. I've noticed this happens quite often. So I'll post the watch list on the watch list area. You can go and check it out. It's only 5. Let me just bring this. This is our watch list today, guys. We're watching HKD. SPY is always there anyways. HKD, IQ, Teva, and for the gappers, VYGR and CVAC. All right. So hopefully that makes sense. You can always go to the Discord, join Discord if you haven't yet, and check it from there. Now, what does this tell me? If I have watch lists that are kind of only 2 stocks that I can trade, which is Teva, and one of which was, I think, HKD. Yeah, because of its range, isn't it? IQ was also... No, IQ I'm not too... So HKD and TEVA are the ones that I'm interested in. 2 stocks only. Right? So I'm going to watch, keep an eye on this one. From the gappers, I'm not too crazy about these gappers. It's already fading off. VYGR and CVAC. CVAC is this one I probably will watch for later on. If it starts to hold this this pattern, and if it starts to take out that 1050s, or if it starts to take that 980s, that's where the decision will come in, where we're gonna short it or long it. Right? So CVAC could produce something for sure. Keep an eye on this one. That's pretty much it. Honestly, that's just that's the way it is. So I'm gonna tell myself today, watch list is telling me to just sit on my hands, watch for the best setups possible, make sure everything is in line, and don't chase or don't preemptively enter any stock today. That's it. Now, big names. Let's have a quick look at big names. We've got 2 minutes to go. Tesla is bouncing, a big bounce coming into Tesla. 113, 118. I believe SPY is also bouncing. So, but this is your relative strength, guys. Tesla is way stronger than the market. That's when they say the relative strength is there. Tesla has relative strength today. So if you're gonna long anything related to or correlated to SPY, maybe Tesla might be the one. Also, as you can see, Amazon as well is gapping up. Pretty much everything is gapping up. You see the difference between Amazon and Tesla and this Apple? Apple hasn't actually broken out the highs, whereas the other ones have, which means those two that we discussed, Amazon and Tesla, has relative strength. All right. What's up? What's up, Zell? What's going on, buddy? Happy New Year to you too. Thank you very much. Welcome back. Best of luck for the day. What are you looking at, Zell? I couldn't find anything juicy, buddy, for you. Do you have anything on the momentum scanners or anything like that? Let me know if it does pop. I bet I don't have much. Oh, AMD is, this is also relatively strong. Can you see the difference? See the difference between this and Apple. Look, Apple is in that range, whereas Tesla, Amazon, and AMD, look at that thing, is trending higher. Good luck, boys. Let's do this. You may want to wait. Remember Oasis, that first 5 minutes? On Monday, I would rather make it 10 minutes, even 10, 15 minutes on Monday. All right, let's have a look at my other stocks. Ooh, Apple just popped. Apple just popped. Hoo-wee. Look at Apple go. Look at Apple go. Is there news on it? Interesting. Maybe I wouldn't clear it. Futu. I remember trading this a lot. And I think 2021 I used to trade this a lot. Futu. It's a dead cat bounce, so it's got quite a lot of room if it stays over 49s, to be honest. It's got quite a lot of room. At least towards that 50 is going to be main one. And then after that, there's a void. Yeah, just... Yeah, this kind of looks like a dead cat bounce. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it alone. As you can see, that 49.50 rejection came in. To watch that area is a crucial area now, 49.50. Let's see what it does now. Look at that. 49.49s, 49.44s, 43s. It's still holding. It's gonna break. Yeah, there you go. There you go. The fact that it was actually there. It's quite strong. Something must have been behind this, right? Oh, okay. There's a catalyst behind it, Zell. The way it's moving, there's a catalyst. There's a big gap. It's not a huge gap, but there's certainly a gap and go setup on this one. There's a nice catalyst behind it. But at this point, it's too late for me. It would have been on this area here. It would have been a really great scalp where it rejected from there. 49.50 when it attacked that. There was a clear indication of that it wants to break that. Now 50, look, 49.50 rejection, 50 rejection. Now your level is 50. Let's see what it does around, if it does pop towards that 50. Yes, sir. Okay, let's go. Ooh, IQ is flushing down. HKD is flushing down. We might see some PBWs on it. I'm just saying, all of them. So IQ, boom. HKD, boom. TEVA, boom. Look at this rejection from this level here, guys. This is what I was saying. This is on a level where it's very, very strong rejection. And it's probably is not going to go there anytime soon. This is going to fill the gap and it's done already. There's no, this is already done. I wanted to get in here somewhere. It just happened so quickly I couldn't. So one of my main watch on Teva unfortunately didn't produce us anything. It didn't produce us anything. CVAC is also playing around, as you can see, still respecting that flag pattern, the trend line basically. But the volume, is it good enough though? Volume might not be good enough. Volume might not be good enough. IQ is also looking kind of decent. CVAK. What is VYGR doing? VYGR is also drifting down. That's gone. And this is the 50 rejection came in really strong, as you can see on FU, TU, FU, man. It's TU. So to the tick, as you can see. This is why Snicker, you want to pay attention to those round numbers. Round numbers are a price magnet. It will attract the price towards it, and there's enough liquidity there for it to stop it, or at least stall it. So round numbers are quite, especially when you get these big digits, 2 digits. 10, 20, 30, 50, hundreds. Boy, oh boy. It can be strong. Yeah, it's low volume, but you see that rising now. That's your PBAW setup right now, probably. I'm having a difficulty with my Trade Zero platform lately. So I probably won't be trading any of these short. These are all short ideas anyways. Futu, pretty much short. And look at that. You see that? That's your PBAW, but that was that. Remember the tease variation under 48? It's already done about what, 48 to, and this has more room to go. Yeah, more room to go. Yeah, and the pressure is there. Oh my god, IQ looks really good. IQ looks really good for a possible shorting opportunity. PBW setting up on IQ. Watch IQ. Only also daily is not too bad. It's the second. Yeah, it's really good, really good, really good, really good. If anybody took this, props to you. It looks good. I know I was mentioning earlier, I'm not really too keen on IQ because of the volume. Yes, the volume is a big issue on it. I would have liked it to be way more than 20 million volume for the daily, but overall, it does look far better than the others. Much better. Look at this clean move. Boom. And then beautiful. Can you trade IQ Oasis on your Colmex? HKD, oh HKD, thank goodness I don't have Boros for this thing. This is also what I was mentioning, this can be dangerous. If you are not quick with your hotkeys and everything, this can be quite dangerous. Look at the way it moved, right? So now it's strong. Zell, you might want to keep an eye on this one, Zell. HKD, for your possible long opportunities. You see this 25 level here? Oh, it's broken that. You keep an eye on this one. Oh, huge volume. Look at this volume, guys. Look at this volume, but it's not going very far. Kinda sus. Just be mindful that it's got a huge volume and it hasn't gone further beyond this 20 of 25. So it's kinda sus. It's kinda sus. It's kinda sus. Do you see this? Oh my god. That was too obvious, man. That's just... Oh man. That was too obvious. Like, normally they don't show this clarity. But IQ, I mean, Oasis, I think IQ would have been your trade. IQ would have been your trade, bruh. Why do I say that? Earlier, this was really good. If you watch this daily analysis, it's not the greatest. I'm not gonna give it 10 out of 10. It's probably 7 out of 10 on the daily. This pattern that we have, the daily pattern, is usually quite strong for shorting opportunities. But the issue with this one was it's just meh. The volume was meh. And the range was kind of meh as well. So it wasn't really hitting that high rank for me on the daily. But when it comes to intraday move, it looks just beautiful. It looks beautiful. That's all I'm going to say on that. The rest, HKD, that sus thing over here at 25s, bruh, that was nice. That was nice. Now, why did I analyze it the way I did? Oh shit. Really? On Futu is a nice little short, bro. Futu is short. Futu is quite rangy. You've got to be able to handle this range, though. And if you're gonna, I mean, if it's a mistake, it's a mistake, obviously. But if you're gonna trade this, you've got to make sure you actually time your entry proper. Like for example, this rejection, that 48.50, and then after the rejection, you could have taken the short anywhere under it, or anywhere under 48, but that would have left you with at least 50 cents stop. So that's too much for me. I probably would have taken it under that 48.20s. But over here was another chance as well there, but there was no confirmation there. I would have taken it myself because I have a variation whereby I don't need a confirmation, which would have been a quick winner though, or maybe even break even kinda. Yeah, it's a bit of sus. -1, at least it's not -3, right? Yeah, I was talking about short earlier. Once it starts to reject like this, especially when the volume started to rise, when you see a rising volume on a reversal, that's probably is the direction that you want to go with. But then now it's still active. Honestly, it's still a beautiful setting. Right now, it's attacking 48s. Futu can be traded on TEFS as well, I believe, right? So 48, I might take this, guys. Don't go. Don't go without me. $47.70, guys. I'm gonna take this $47.70, and just over 48 will be the stop. $47.70 short. Kind of a chase, to be honest. Kind of a chase. What I wanted to do be take this low very quickly. Okay, here we go. I don't want it to take over the 48. If it does take over the 48, then I'm going to be out on it. So stop is quite tight, but the potential for it to give us some decent move is there. That's why I like it. Oh, that 47.35. Okay, let's take that 47.35, 38. Okay, that's holding though. That this area here, 47.35, 30, all the way to 40s is holding strongly. But the stop over the break of 48. Over the break of 48. Break of 48, break of 48. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I probably would have added here if it wasn't for SPY is really SPY is going for it. And as I mentioned, SPY we might have seen a look at this level, guys. Look at this level from pre-market, and this is not just pre-market level. I think this is a daily level. If you stretch it out here, it comes onto this level here where it bounced from. It's taking out that high of day. It still hasn't taken it out yet. You want it to close above that. Let's go, Futu. Let's go, baby. Take that 47 out. Let's go. Boom, 46, so 47.06, 47.06 partial the small one, 47.06. Right there. Partial is done. we can actually put a stop just over our entry so that it doesn't jack us out. Beautiful. You can, if you're short from here, you can put it just over that very tight, but I'm gonna make sure that I give it time and space. So my partial is taken. If it does bounce over 48, again, same principle. If it starts to close above VWAP, then I will probably exit this before 390. All right, SPY is heading up. Okay, we'll keep an eye on FUTU. Really good trade. FUTU. FUTU. I like that name. But we are seeing this level here being in play, guys. Daily level. This play here, 391.20 is this area here. So we have got to watch this level. This is in play until we've got about 3140, 391.40. Okay. And also see ya, buddy. See ya, Zell. Have a good one, buddy. NKE. NKE just keeps chugging along, huh? There's the rejection coming from this level. Rejection came in from the level 391.20s, around 15 to 20s. Let's see. Don't know where. I don't know whether. Snicker, you here? Let me know if you're here. Anybody took IQ, by the way? IQ should be working now. Let me check. IQ. Oh, okay. It's looking. This is what I meant by earlier volume being an issue on this. Why? Because it just like when it does go, there's just not much of a force behind it, right? Remember, PBAW is all about emotions, right? We're trying to take advantage of that, but if you don't have enough emotions, yeah, there it goes. There it goes. PBAW for the win, guys. FUTU is also PBAW for sure. One partial taken out. Another would be for sure 47, 46.60s. Right now, close to 47 was a great partial. Now you're set with maybe even stop to break even. But if you want to be safe on it, just put it just over 47.80s and you're just done. Look at this. Look at this bad boy. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Let's go, baby. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on. 61 guys, 61, 47, 46, 61. 46, 61, right at the bottom, guys. Loving it. Two partials. All right, so this has turned out to be the trade of the day, to be honest. 47, so the entry around 40, 47, 70s. And then we got 47s and then 4660s. Beautiful exits as well. Now I'm really, really comfortable with this one. I don't think it's going to go beyond. Actually, you know what? I'll take that back because the fact that this has, this is a dead cat bounce, this in itself, and this is the main move, then I think we might see some decent moves on this one. Even, potential, I don't want to say it. I'm not going to say it. No. For shorts is dangerous. For shorts, swinging shorts is you've got to be very, very, very solid with your analysis. There we go, buddy. FU to you. FU to you. Anybody took this, by the way? Please, somebody. Oasis, I don't know whether you were watching this because this came in a bit late, but you did take this by mistake. I know Zell brought it up. It wasn't even on my watch list somehow. Look at this now. It's actually taking 4650s, and 46 area would be the bigger area, I would say. Beautiful. Even 4630s. This area is a strong. That's why I took it early, because this is yesterday's high. Usually could hinder the stuff from going down. Oh, it was. Oh, you took it for a second and you came out. Was it short? If it was short, I agree with it. Yeah, that makes sense. If it was long, then that's probably, I don't know, that setup. Oh, both. You got two shorts on it? Oh, look at this bad boy. Look at this. Dude, look at that. 4630s taking more out. Whew. I think I got 4622, guys. 4622. Still taking more out. I think most of it is taken out here, guys. Most of the ones, because this was a better level to take everything out. Now I've got pretty much nothing left on it. Oh, you got this one? You got this entry? Beautiful. This entry was just, you know what I mean? That entry was just pure deliciousness. Pure beauty. And 1, 2, 3 partials and I'm done. Let's go. And here's why. Let's just trail the stop on this one. Trail the stop, maybe VWAP. For me, that's how it's gonna work. But if you have like only two positions, two positions to take out, maybe by this time you might have taken everything out. And I'm not gonna, honestly, I will 100% agree with that if you have taken everything out, even here. Because that is from your stop, which remember, break of 48 was your stop. And we had 47.70s at 30 cents. We have a move of about 47.70s to 46.70s, $1, just about $1.50 move. So come on, man, that's freaking 5R for you. And I can totally get that. I totally will get that. Ah, look at this, still going, still going. In hindsight, I should have taken this partial here, in hindsight, but I would do that every day. On 200 EMA, I'll take partial, especially if it's washing towards that, 100%. Well, that's Oasis, beautiful trade for both of us. I'm glad you took it. I'm glad you saw that, and that's your setup. You can tick that as one of the better setups there. And why do I say that? From the moment I saw this, Zell was mentioning, obviously Zell goes long, but I was kind of not really happy with the longs on this one. Why? See, it's gapped up quite a bit. There was room if it did actually close above 50. There was room. There was some void there. But the fact that it was really rejecting badly from these levels, one, and also the daily, the main move is to the downside. This stock is heavily pressurized to the downside, as you can see. Now, this usually is your little dead cat bounce. So you've got 1, 2, 3 days of dead cat bounce and final push to the up, and that's when it starts to give in. Today was the day that it did that, as you can see, right? It actually gapped up today for this day from 43.40s all the way to 47.40s, right? But it didn't go far. It really didn't go far. And this move is I'm pretty sure you know Oasis, but I'm just trying to sort of clear it out. When you have this move with that, you see that little hint there, rising volume, that's usually the primary move. Beautiful trade. Quite happy with it, and still going. Still going, guys. And again, this is the only thing I was... Futu doesn't get really sort of correlated by SPY. It really doesn't have that much correlation, as you can see. Futu doesn't have that. But still, SPY going like this could hinder the stop from going further down. If SPY was actually going down a little bit, Futu would have actually gone a bit much faster than that. Now, let's have a look at our watch list. Teva. Teva is right at that 11 level, guys. Teva is right at that 11 level. This might be high of the rejection of some sort. Let's see. Yeah. I'm going to wait for Teva to do some sort of a kind of like a reversal. I might take this, guys, at the rejection of this 11.05. So I'm watching this Teva. I'm watching Teva for sure. Let's have a look at the other one, IQ. IQ just did not do anything. This is the problem with the volume thing. But if you had taken anywhere here, you still had a winner there. Probably what would have gotten stopped out here. But that was a good one. Not the greatest, as I said, 7 out of 10 for the daily. This one just... this one was nice as well. This one was nice. But I'm not too sure about this one. This has quite a lot of range, though. What I'm starting to like is probably Teva. That's the only thing I see. What about the gappers? Ooh, okay. This is the one that we were waiting for. This is a long, guys. This is the long right now, I think. 1070. Even it's not late now. 1070 with a stop of 1030. That's 40 cents. 40 cents. Okay. The problem is it's huge gap. It's a big gap though, and it's been running for the 2 days. Secondary continuation, yes, for sure, but there was there was a trade there, 1070. There was a trade there for sure, but this was the trade. You see this trend line breaks, comes back and bounces right off of it and then carries on. But I'm more interested in right now Teva. I want to give it like maybe 10-20 minutes around this area. As long as it's staying under that, we might get the chance to short this. But if it starts to break and stay over that whole thing is over. So right now it's trying to do that. Right now this is crucial level. What it's doing right now, 1103 is still getting rejected though. You see the numbers coming in red, but it's still attacking that 1103. A lot of sale happening at 1102.250, 1102.50, 1102s. A lot of sale. Oh my! Somebody's actually buying this at the dip. 1102s have taken so many. There's a hidden buyer there. Wow, it's not moving at all. 1102s. There's a hidden buyer there, guys. Oh, now it's moving. Now it's gone. Guys, okay, all right. Now a time for some. $10.98, guys. I'm in $10.98. $10.98. And then the stop will be high of day, which is 11:08, something like that. This is a very quick one. If it does go for us, I might take some off on the VWAP, but the target isn't VWAP. It's further down, so maybe low of day or something like that. 10.99. This is Teva. Snicker, how did the meta go? Meta trade. Going for 1.4 R. You mentioned 1.5 R on meta. Okay. Sorry, man. Should have wished you luck. You longed it? Did you long it? All right. Meta. Let's have a look at meta. I want to come back to thingy very quickly. Teva. Ooh, meta didn't really move. Yeah, it's relatively weak. Meta is very weak. So if you have taken long, there was better options. There were better options. I was mentioning there were better options. There were Tesla, your Amazon, and your few others were there. Yeah, few others was there. Yeah, so Teva is just bouncing. I'm going to be very quick on it if I do exit. Oh, it's building up, guys. That's not good. I'm gonna exit this, guys. I'm gonna exit this. On the break of 11:03 breaks, I'm out. 11:03 breaks, I'm out. Because we do see some pressure coming in from the top. Yes, 11s. So that's why I want to keep it 3 cents. In fact, 11:04 would be an area to exit. So my stop 11:04, guys. Very tight stop, by the way. Right there. Just a bit worried about that 11 coming back in. You see this is coming, brought back up. 11s big numbers coming in. Not huge, but still big relative to what we have here. Look at the 11 numbers. Look, huge numbers, right? And then look at the 1101s. Again, sellers are holding this up, holding this down. 1101s. Okay, I gotta exit this. This looks like a push to the upside now. Still waiting on it. Just any time that 1101s are giving up, I'm going to be exiting this. Wow, there's so much selling, but still holding. There you go. All right, I'm out. I'm out, guys. It was just a little right there. 1102. The idea behind this was this is a big daily level. This was a big level, a rejected pre-market, came back to it. Rejection signs were there. That's why I took it for reversal. Very tight risk. These ones have usually very tight risk. Even if it had taken my main stop out, which is 1108s, 1109s, and maybe 1110s, that's about 12 cents, 10, 12 cents. Yeah. But I've exited with a stop loss of about 3 cents, 4 cents, which is pretty much nothing. So why did I exit? Well, it's usually these kind of reversals, when they do reject, they will reject bigger response of the level. You will see a bigger response with big volume, right? We did see the volume, right? You can see that. We saw the volume, but the response of the price action didn't come. So that's why I was very pessimistic on it. This should have, when I entered it, they should have carried through, taken this low out, which it didn't. Once it didn't, that's why I was very careful with it. That's how you read the price action in a way that helps you lose less than more, or win more than less, right? So in this case, I would have probably exited around 1104s, 1105s, worst case scenario, maybe 1110s. But it seems like it wants to take that 1110s as well. See that? There you go. There's no point. There's no point in holding on to something that's doing completely opposite of what it should be doing, right? So you got to ask yourself, what do you need? What do you want from this trade? What do you want the price action to do for you to actually stay in that trade? Well, I want the price action to take this low out so it stays under the lows in 1095s, 1090s, then I'm good, right? It never did, right? And it starts to creep back up. This is usually your continuation pattern. But these usually come in with high volume. I'm surprised this didn't come in with high volume. So we might still see some rejection. This bounce, this breakout, usually comes with a high volume, or we might still be early on it. But nevertheless, great trade, very well managed. Instead of losing 12 pence, we say pence, sorry, cents, 12 cents, lost about 4 cents, if that. Yeah, I think it's less than 4 cents, which is pretty much nothing. So, and I'm going to finish off with the Futu, guys. I'm going to be heading out. Futu had been the dominating trade today. Let me give you an idea on what it looks like. Oh, nice one, buddy. Well done. Good job for sticking to trade management nicely. Now, this Futu trade was just beautiful. Intraday, daily, everything was there aligning. Like this, I would rank pretty much 8, 9, maybe lower 9s. It's not the perfect one. Obviously, daily, when it comes to dailies, it could have been better, whereby it's way more extended. That would have made it, pushed it to 9.5s. I haven't seen 10 rank trades for a long time, but this is as close to a beautiful trade as you can get. Now, I don't have much, but it's gone so far beyond my entry. I might take everything off here, guys. I usually don't do that, but I have to go and I can't keep track of this. I need to pick my son up. So, and he's traveling on his own. He's growing up. So I'm gonna exit this, guys. $45.30. Why not $45.30? All right, so fully out on it, right there. That one, Oasis, I totally agree with that. Towards 200, the wash down to towards 400, fully out, 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you, especially for the management that you're going to be doing. And also, you've got to have big shares for you to be taking 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no point in taking like small amounts if the commission is going to eat away your profit of the partial, right? You must have at least some decent size in it to be taking 3, 4 partials. So I'm fully out on it, guys, and beautiful, excellent trade. I can't complain at all. Today was a good one. Actually, I was thinking, you know what? Today it doesn't look like it wants to do anything. That's when you get it. That's when you get a good trade. Yeah, AMD, quite a lot of things moved today. Quite a lot of things moved. I am free for the next 10-15 minutes if you want to go through your questions. And this, before you do that, let me show you again why I took this exit. Look at this. It would have taken me 10 tens. It just that rejection came in, but there was no follow through. So I made a decision whereby I exited way early, almost close to break even, not losing a lot instead of losing my main 1R. So if it had taken that 11 tens, it would have been my minus 1R, which I'm really, really happy with. All right. Now, this is a good example of something might look and something might have really decent level confluence of levels, a beautiful level here, 11s, your intraday levels. Pretty much everything was lining up with this one. You know, you could have taken short there, closed eyes, right? But does that mean it's guaranteed? It's never guaranteed. That's why you have rules. Is it going to do something? If this, then that rule. Always have that scenario played out in your mind. Always. If you take a trade, ask yourself, what would it do for you to stay in that trade? And what would it have to do for you to get out of it earlier than your stop loss? There's your example of perfect example there for you. That's my exit there. If you do have any questions, fire away before I leave. About 20 minutes, I would say, 15-20 minutes. And Futu, I've got to. This is beautiful, the most. Look at that final exit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I top ticked it, or bottom ticked it in this case. There's a lot to learn from these. There's a lot to learn. Sorry about that. Save this bad boy to my files. Futu 09 January 22. Yeah, there is one strategy, one M200. It's called one M200 on YouTube. You can check that strategy out. The idea is similar to, if you watch the video, it's based off of 200 EMA. So for example, this is kind of the strategy. Right there would have been your entry, and then your stop would have been on top. But that also applies for VWAP as well. That is pretty much the same thing as the VWAP and the 200. You can use it on 200 and also VWAP. That's one of the ways I use. There's plenty of other ways, but that is the simplest way you can use it. A lot of people use bounce on the VWAP, which is, I think, is a wrong way, because a lot of times, do you see this bounce never worked, right? Never worked. I can show you over and over, the bounces never work. However, one thing to note here for VWAP, yeah, the bounces do not work instantly, but the rejections do work. What do I mean by that? Look at this. But you have to have, all right, generally, if a stock is trending down and if it bounces towards the VWAP, right? So hold on, guys. Just give you an example here so that you understand it better. Where's it gone? Can't even see it. Oh, it's here. Okay. All right. So bear with me here. I'm going to show you what I mean. So we've got a stock that's going down, right? So we've got a stock that's going down, right? And we have a bounce towards that VWAP. Usually over the VWAP, when it does reject, it's going to reject properly. And it acts basically a pretty much resistance. But what I would say is resistance on VWAP works better than the support. So what do I mean by support? Support is basically on this other stock that we were watching. Where was it? Futu. Okay, so there you go. So it comes down on the VWAP. It doesn't really bounce. It just plays around. It goes inside and outside, in and out of it, and just doesn't respect the VWAP at all. And that does what it does, right? So usually resistance on VWAP works better than the support in these cases. But you might... Yeah, SPY is definitely... Which level are we on SPY? Yeah, it's rejecting from 39210s. 39210s, SPY rejecting. But if SPY holds this level, then it will continue to go. Slight bit of a volume rising. And yeah, we might see some bounce coming in. I think this might be a chop area here for the moment. choppy areas. And here's an example of another VWAP rejection. You see, so we've got a stock that's going down and reaches that VWAP, hangs around there, yes, but it doesn't break it, and it starts trading over. So it stays respecting the VWAP and it starts to carry on going down. Yeah. What's our... Yeah, this one I was mentioning around here, I think. It was a quick snipe there, but I just didn't like daily. And that's why it didn't really have that momentum to carry on. I wanted to take it, but I was kind of chasing it, and also the gap from this day to that. If anything, I probably would look for maybe shorts on it later on, maybe in the next 2 days or so. Yeah, but remember, VWAP is not on its own rejection, resistance, support. No, or not on its own. Just remember, you have to align other things with it. Like, for example, in this case, not maybe a good idea, great idea, but it's at least close to 6 level. And imagine this VWAP was at 6 level, you have 200 EMA, you have 6 level, you have VWAP, then I will consider that as a proper resistance. Yeah, there's at least three confluence of it. There might be more as well. Daily level might be there. The more with the VWAP, the more concrete the resistance will be. Again, as I said, that doesn't mean it's guaranteed. So don't put in all your bank. Don't put your house on mortgage and start trading that with your, just stick to your trade management. Whatever your rule has per trade, you got to stick to it. But generally, yes, VWAP, especially for something that's weak, okay? Something that's weak and continues to stay weak, VWAP tends to hold it because VWAP is a liquidity area. In this case, it didn't, but if there was more confluences, it probably might have. Where's the other one? Okay, so basically, look at this. For example, that initial rejection, you see this? Goes up, there's 20 EMA there, there's a VWAP there. So two confluence of levels, there might be others. There might be daily levels and things like that. So it rejected, at least give you the low of day partial at least. So that would have been a proper trade. For a risk of over VWAP, that's 5 cents, 7 cents risk for a total of about 20 cents. 20 cents, huge, right? It's returning. This one rejected from which level? That's what I want to know because I was watching. Oh, yes. It was still under that level. Yes. Look at this daily level. Right? These daily levels, man. You got to pay attention to it. Okay. Yeah, VWAP. Put VWAP in your trading arsenal. There's a lot of ways to use VWAP. One is to gauge the trend. Okay, gauge the trend. Let me see if something is moving really fast, if I can find anything. So gauge the trend. So for example, on this one, I'll give you an example. Why did I take from my short here? Why did I take full position here? Because it was quite overextended from the VWAP, right? Look at the overextension. Huge, from 47.50s all the way to 45s. That's $2.50. $2.50 move from the VWAP. So that's overextended from the VWAP. So if you were short, you might want to unload a lot of it, right? When it starts to stretch out of the VWAP. So that's one way to use it, right? Again, another way to use it is basically to gauge the trend. Trend starts to basically form under it. How far is it from the trend, from the VWAP, the trend itself. So for example here, trending down faster and faster and faster, and VWAP staying there. So farther away it goes from the VWAP, the faster the trend is, right? So that's another way to use it. And also the third way to use is basically take entries based off of VWAP, but there has to be other correlations, other confluence of levels there, and you must wait for that confirmation. Confirmation is something like this, right? Confirmation is, you never, like, let's say for example, I want to take a bounce from the VWAP. This is why you don't take a bounce from it at the time where it's actually hitting the VWAP. No, there's no confirmation. Confirmation would be price action around this area. You want this to prove to you that it actually wants to bounce from there. 1 or 2 bars is not going to do that, right? So for example here, goes down, comes back up to VWAP. Look at the candles. Look at the candles. First candle bounce, big candle, scary, right? This is going to be reversal. Look at the second candle, small, smaller, red candle. That's probably probably your first clue that this rejection actually happened. Then you can probably take a 2 cents lower entry under this red confirmation candle, and then put your stop on the high of that confirmation candle. And that's all you need. That's all you need. You must always have confirmation for any setup you trade. Why do you think I didn't trade this candle on the rejection, knowing that this level was really good for me, right? I was watching this level. I didn't take it because this was not a confirmation yet. It was just going straight up and it hasn't really done anything. I would really like some price action around that level, which it did here, right? Which is this price action. So this price action, yes. So I was kind of hoping for this, and you see this lower high, right? So it creates higher high, but then it creates lower low. That's where my confirmation is. That's where my entry is. Very happy with the entrance. But since this didn't carry on and it did this, that's when I exited early. Just look, it's going to take a while for you to learn these things, but keep those things in mind. When you enter a trade, you want to ask yourself, what would it take for you to actually go into that trade? What confirmation is required? What do you want that stock to do for you to say, okay, this is doing what I expected to do, or this is going with my theses? That's a really great question, Snicker. I like that question. If I was going back 10 years ago, 12 years ago, and tell myself one thing, what would it be? I have to think about it because there's a lot of things I want to say to myself. There's millions of things, but to sum it up to one or two is extremely difficult. I will tell myself, here's the thing, I'll tell myself to read bigger picture. I'll tell myself to read bigger picture. Don't just take trades off of 1 minute, 5 minutes, just one time frame. You must make it a routine. I'll tell myself, YB, make it a routine to have a daily chart on your setups. Which, look, I've had this daily chart on my setups, every single setup I have, every single platform. This daily chart must be there, right? There's a reason for it. Everything is based off of this. That's my secret. Everything is based off of this. And this one comes next. The intraday charting comes next. It's just a follow through from this. Okay, that's what I would tell them. Tell myself. Pay attention to daily chart. Read daily charts. If you can't read it, watch it. What it does around. There's a lot of things obviously that you need to learn, but paying attention to daily charts is huge. That's what I would say. And when it comes to intraday price action, get rid of your indicators. I used to have a lot of things: MACD, stochastics, RSI, your CCIs, your Bollinger Bands, Keltner channels, Fibonacci levels. That's not an indicator, but Fibonacci extensions, pivot points, you name it. Even I've studied Elliott Wave like crazy, bro. Elliott Wave, if you haven't studied it, it's a really good concept, but it just doesn't apply anymore, especially to stocks. Elliott Wave is just crazy comprehensive study, but I've studied that for like months. That's where my 1, 2, 3 thingy comes from, the entry. Oasis knows this, but keep it very, very simple. No. Here's why you don't want to do that, Snicker. I wouldn't tell myself to do that. Why? You want your mind to work in a routine, okay? It's very easy to create a routine with 2 charts per stock. Daily chart and your intraday chart. It could be 5 minutes, 1 minute, 3 minutes. Further beyond 5 minutes, I would say that comes again to maybe longer term. What you want to do is scalping or day trading. 5 minutes probably is the max I would use. So when you want intraday chart, which is 5 minutes, between 1 and 5 minutes, I would say. Okay, you choose. For me, it's 1 minute because I'm very quick in making decisions. The other has to be daily. It could be a little portrait, a little snapshot of a daily on the side, just like mine here, as you can see. It's not taking a lot of space. I'm just aware of where the price is, where the levels are. I'm looking at the daily. Is it overextended? It is overextended. Perfect. Is it overextended to a level? Beautiful. Perfect. Then now I'm looking for shorts, right? So things like that. You will start to get that after you start to apply this. Now keep it a routine. Make it a routine so you can actually start to figure things out, find patterns within that routine. Now, if you have 4 charts that you're constantly looking, they're gonna coincide. They're gonna collide with each of their setups. So you might have a setup on 5. Whereas the complete opposite might be happening on the 1 hour chart. So you have to be aware of that. And that's the confusion you don't need early on. Even then, later on, look, I've been trading for 12 years, right? Right? Yeah, since 2010, yeah, 12 years. So I don't trade 4 charts. I don't have 1 hour charts on, man. I don't have 4 hour. I don't have 5 minutes. I sometimes have 5 minutes. I would look at it, yes. But I've gotten myself used to this routine and I can see things clearly from it. Whichever, I'm not saying 1 minute is the perfect one. No, it's not. Actually, if you're starting out, 5 minutes. 5 minutes if I recommend you to do it. Definitely 5 minutes. But you must stick to it for months and months to actually start to feel that chart, right? If you constantly keep on changing, or if you have multiple time frame analysis thing, which a lot of people think, oh, it's the holy grail thing. No, it's not. It's all confusion. Keep it as simple as you can so that you can build up a routine and reputation. That's the secret. Okay, well that's fine. That's multi-time frame analysis as long as you don't keep them on your on the constant watch, right? This is my setup. I'm not hiding anything. This is exactly what I see, what you see on my platforms, right? Sometimes I've shared my platform details. Anyways, on the videos you can see it. This is one intraday chart, one daily chart. Now, sometimes maybe if I want to go through the level right there, if I want to go within that level, what happened, then I might go 4 hours. But that's pretty much it. I'll go to it, find my levels, mark them, and then be done with it and leave it alone. I will not have 1 hour, 4 hour on my chart constantly looking at it at all. Once I level them up, that's it. Their job is done. When I have my watch stock on a separate screen, what time frame are they in? What time frame are they in? For day trading, it's usually on 1 minute, right? Maybe I didn't get that question. How do you mean? What time frame are they in? I believe I always use for my intraday chart. It's always, well, for the last 3, 4, 5 years, I would say 1 minute, 1 minute chart. Sometimes I'll probably use 2 minutes. Now 2 minutes only, like when you're trading dull moments, like lunchtime, very quiet times, maybe even 5 minutes. I'll go beyond. I'll go to extend it to 5 minutes when things start to really go choppy and slow, because I don't want to just thingy. But for the open, that first hour of the open is always 1 minute, because I want to see exactly what's happening as fast as I can see. Because as you know, I chase momentum, and the strategies you use is all about chasing momentum. Look, Futu, right? Futu is an example. Yes, it did a clear move, but the daily was against this move, and then we saw that rejection, and then we act upon it, right? And then we had that brief moment where we could take advantage of that stall or that pause, and then it just went. So we're just basically chasing momentum. If you want to chase momentum within this, you only saw this in 1 minute. Let me put this in 5 minutes, right? You tell me, what do you see? Do you see any entries there? Do you see any rejection? Well, you do see rejection, but you don't see any opportunities there, right? So for me to find opportunities on an intraday level, especially right at the open, it's got to be lower time frames. I know there's a noise. That's why you want to avoid a watch list that you can. That's why you want to avoid a stock that is going to give you noise. For example, let's look at, for example, what Tiva we were watching. Yes, it still did clean moves. IQ did a decent move, and there was not much noise on it. There was not much noise. HKD, there was a bit of a noise right there. Now it's basically chopping around, but before it had some move. Okay. This guy is a gapper. That's got to have some. So this one just carried on, fading off, and this one just gave us a beautiful. So as you can see, I showed you all of my watch lists. Almost all of them, initially to begin with, they kind of didn't have huge noise, right? They actually went in a direction and then went proper with a clean move, right? It just didn't chop around a lot. Yes, you would get the chop, but then again, once my watch list tends to have if I can catch it properly, my watch list tends to have really, really strong directional moves. Strong directional move, as you know from my experience. You've seen me trade these things 10 hour, 12 hour, 17 hour, 20 hour trades. I didn't record 20 hour trades on the stream, but I have caught quite a few of those. How do I catch them? Well, daily. And you know what to look for, OSs on that. Open charts max. Okay, all right. Here we go. All right. I know what you mean. I know. Okay. So I have, this is my main chart. Okay, let me show you. So this, right? This is my main chart. Okay, you can see. And then I showed you this before as well, but I'm going to show you again. I have a portrait, I have a grid based chart of 12 charts. 12 charts. So this is half of what you see. This is half of what you see. All right. So SPY is here. And then we've got Tesla, Apple, IQ, Futu, MDGL, HKD. And then at the bottom, you have IQ and everything, right? So all my watch list is on that. On that grid-based charts. But why are they there? Well, for one reason, I look for specific price action on intraday. For example, PBAW has to have that emotional move, right? And it's very easy to spot it. If I hover, it just needs 1 second of look. I don't see any emotional washes now, emotional moves. And now I can see, and with the one look, I can see HKD. HKD is actually trying to do something, but it might be nothing. Was it HKD? Yeah, it's nothing. Because that portrait, that small chart doesn't show everything. It's not zoomed out. But most of these times, guys, I will look at it and see if there's something interesting, and then I'll bring it to the main screen. I'll watch it from there. That's it. Those are just to glance. Once in a while, I'll glance anything happening. Sometimes I'll tell you guys, oh, look, SPY is bouncing, SPY is ripping, SPY is washing. How do I know? Because I have a small little chart for it. Always. So my watch list goes on those small little tiny charts. There it goes, HKD. Maybe I read it a bit early. It starts to go now. But yeah. That's my one side of it is like that, and then the other side is not much. I have obviously my screen recording platform, which is this. That's on one side of the monitor. My Google Chrome, which I'm watching, the chats and everything responds to that. So there's got a lot of things. But when it comes to charts, only that and that little grid-based charts. 12, I think 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 12 of those. Snicker, you wanted to, if you're trading something like Robinhood and stuff like that, you may want to look into TradeZero. I was mentioning TradeZero, so I'll just give you a link to it. I believe that will work. No, it doesn't work. Yeah, it does work. Okay, so that's the link for TradeZero. They don't have PDT rule because they're based in outside of US basically. Is it Bahamas? It could be, but anyways, so their execution is quite good as well. Their platforms are quite good. There's a free version of their platform, which is a web-based version, which is I think enough for you to start with. You don't need to have a high debt market data, which you're gonna pay 70, 80 pounds a dollar a month for it. Start with the free version and just build upon it. And once you're comfortable, once you're starting to trade higher positions, higher share size, maybe going for the pro platform, which later on, that's a future thing. But this company, I think this brokerage is ideal for you because of small account. That's the only thing I see at this point. I used to trade with Short Trader. Short Trader had a lot of problems, and then it became something else, and then somebody else bought it. There was a lot of problems there. But these guys, TradeZero, they're improving a lot. For the size of the company, they're quite they're improving. They're working on their platforms, execution, everything else. Because you live in the US, that's probably the only choice you have. If you were outside the US, then you have other choices. Unfortunately, you don't. So that's TradeZero. Oh yeah. When are we gonna do it? We can do it tomorrow if you want Tuesdays. Didn't we figure that out? Tuesdays, right? Or was it Mondays? Mondays. I think it was Tuesdays, right? Let's fix a date for that, Oasis. And I'm okay with that. As long as there's nothing. Today there's something. I've got to go in about an hour or so to the airport. If something changes, obviously we can always change it. But we can always. You don't have a day that suits you. Oh yeah, I mean Tuesday. Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow, we can do it half an hour, 1 hour. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Let's make it a habit of doing it every week. Yep. This is going to be probably after the stream. Yes, sir. That's confirmed. 100%. If Snicker is here, I want to show you, Snicker, something that you were discussing earlier, a support becoming a resistance. This area here is a daily support. All right, this was a daily line. Don't think about that. I might just remove it like this, or I might put it like that so you understand. Okay, so this was a daily level, right? And it breaks it. It rejects from it here, but not much. But it breaks it. Look at that. Bounce, off it goes. Right? So that's your clear example of a resistance becoming support. And I don't know whether I have anything to give you an example for the support becoming resistance. But the same idea. You just flip it. Finally, HKD decided to do it. This is what I was expecting from it. HKD, yeah. It's just done it a bit late. Unfortunately, I've got to be going now. IQ, ooh, IQ. What is IQ doing? Ooh, okay, interesting. All right. So, guys, do we have any other questions? Any other questions, please? By the way, Oasis, that great grid-based charts of mine, that 12 charts that you saw, they're all 1 minute charts. They're all 1 minute charts. Oh, I haven't created it yet. YB Zone videos, I haven't created it yet because it's a combination of all the SRs and supply and demand and everything. It's pretty much the, I would say, I don't know, man, ultimate thing. But I'll do that. I want to make sure. It's probably gonna take more time though. But if you get the idea behind it, which I do talk about it in the stream, but once you have the video, I think it'll make probably more sense. Few things missing on it from the stream I never talk about because it's just so difficult to explain. But yeah, I think when it comes to support and resistance, that's gonna help a lot because it's a combination of all the tools that I use. So hopefully I can make the video a justice because it's definitely worth a good few hours of videos to talk about it specifically. I don't know whether I'm gonna do justice to it though. But what I would like to do is on that specific topic, after I make a video on that specific topic, if you want, I would like to really talk to you about it really live. Like we should do some, just like we're gonna do daily analysis, right? For the next month or so, we're gonna do that on the other one, is because it's that important, in my opinion. And once you get the hang of those two, I think you'll be in a very good position. It'll be very like things will start to click, hopefully. So things will start to click when it comes to bigger picture and levels, which is very strong subject. Bigger picture and levels, right? So hopefully we'll get there. And I'll work on it, definitely. I'll work on it. That's one of my goals this year. Not this year, early January. This year I've got big goals. So for me personally, physically, health-wise and everything. So wish me luck. Look at HKD still going. And how did I know? Well, I'm looking at my small little charts. You see that? This is exactly what I was hoping from HKD if I was going to take a trade. See, this is why I put watch list that has potential to move if I do actually take it, as an example of it, right? From, let's say, 23 average all the way to 19s now trading. Okay. I think everybody is out, so I'll be out as well, guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Well done with the trade on Futu, by the way. Great trade, unbelievable trade. Look at that bottom tick last exit, beautiful. What a trade for a little small stop loss of what, 30 cents, 40 cents. We got a lot from it. All right, guys, that'll be end of the stream. And if you're watching the recording, well, props to you. Awesome stuff. I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. EST. We stream every day, every single day, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, guys, see you in the stream. Take it easy. Stay safe. See you, Oasis and Snicker, if you're there. We'll see you tomorrow, buddy. All right, take it easy.